Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing what happened in the market today and kind of give a little bit of insight of some things to look out for moving forward. So just to reiterate, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own research before investing. Also, guys, if you find value in today's video, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you like our content. And don't forget to get your free stocks with Webull, link in the description below. So let's get into it, guys. S&P 500 chart. We talked about it last night and how we said this is not a crash, this is a correction or a pullback, and that we, for sure saw some more room for downside, which we did. We saw some selling off early in the day, and it got really nasty to where I didn't even want to look. I knew that it was going to get bad. And good thing though is when I checked the charts this morning, I saw how close we were to undervalued. So I knew, okay, it's going to get nasty, but it shouldn't last too long. We should, it should be kind of short lived because we're going to be in that undervalued territory. And usually when we get there, people start coming in and buying the dips, and we start, making our way back up. So one thing to consider and keep in mind, we did see sort of a recovery here. We got that green candle, people sort of coming back and buying in, but on the MACD, we have not crossed over to green just yet. We haven't crossed from bear to bull. So we want to definitely see some more green candles coming up here, showing that we have some upward momentum, you know, making our way back up closer to retest those all-time highs, because easily we could slightly go up and then come and roll right back down and roll over again. So let's talk about kind of what brought the market down as a whole. I think, tech was such a big time play in the market of driving, the market higher and higher and higher. And then tech took a really big hit. Tesla and in particular, I mean, that's a big time player. And I'll show you the chart on Tesla. As you see there, it was at high of $900, and it just kind of traded sideways and then took a big dump down all the way down to about $618. So that's a big drop. But a lot of all the tech plays did the same thing. They all dumped over. They got below their SMA line, which is something to keep in mind, because if you're looking to get into these plays, if you're long term, these are some good dip buys. But if you're trying to get in for a swing, you want to make sure that you have enough momentum to cross over that SMA line, because that's showing basically what direction you're going in your trend. So we were in an uptrend. When we cross this and go down below it, usually we signal a trend reversal, meaning we're going to be in a downtrend. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens tomorrow with Tesla and some of these bigger tech companies, on if we do see some more buying in and we can start pushing our way back towards that SMA line. Want to give you just a quick update on Sun Pacific Holding Corp. They did release some information today that they were working on a press release to get out. So that's a really good sign that they're actually working on releasing something to the public, and hopefully that'll drive this price higher. See, we've been selling off for quite a while, so I think any type of good news that can come out will push the stock up. So just keep an eye on it. It did get to and closed at about 10 cents today. So if you haven't gotten into this stock, I still think it's a good play, and you can get it cheaper than where I actually bought in, this past week and last week. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of our other plays, Ideanomics, ticker symbol IDEX. It did cross underneath that SMA, but got a strong buy signal in the 4-hour. Hopefully we can push and get above this level here on the fib, and hopefully bust back closer to that $4 level by tomorrow. That would be a really good sign moving forward. And last one, guys, Zion Oil and Gas. As you see, we talked about this cup and handle pattern, and I said, man, we need to hold support at that 74 and then come and bust up. There's still a chance we can break out of this cup and handle, but there's also a chance, unfortunately, guys, we did bust and break through support. Hate to say it, but we can easily and slowly make our way back down to closer to that 50-cent level, as painful as it is to hear. So they did release an email today, and it wasn't any type of news or updates on the drilling or anything. It's just basically kind of kindly telling people to be patient and have faith, but no real updates just yet. So that's not going to move this stock until they do get some type of updates on what's actually going on. So before I let you go tonight, I want to just stress the importance of you understanding the charts and understanding what's going on in the market. And I'm going to bring back this example here of CCIV. Okay. And I talked about it last night of how, we were extremely overextended and we took a huge dump. Okay. People started taking profits and getting out. And, um, you know, I easily saw this coming because, I mean, this was a really big hype play. And that's what happens with all these hype plays. And especially when you go from this low to this high, okay, that's why it's important to know how to set up these indicators and use them because when you hit the tip top here, you're due for a pullback, just like in the S&P 500. So I can't stress enough for you guys to learn how to use these indicators and understand, you know, what might be coming and how to kind of anticipate. You can never really time the market or anything like that. You'll never get it perfect, but sometimes you can really, dodge a bullet. Like on this one here, because somebody came in and bought at $63 or $64 just because somebody on Twitter told them to, or someone on YouTube told them to. And realistically, um, you know, they should have known better, but they were just, uneducated and they didn't understand the potential for them losing money. So can you imagine going to put several $1,000s in here and then waking up this morning and seeing that you lost all that money and you're like, holy cow. And so at the end of this video, guys, there's going to be a playlist that comes up, and it's videos of me explaining what these indicators are and how to use them. I really and I truly hope that you take the time to watch and learn about these indicators because I do enjoy making these videos and helping people out, but you really need to understand for yourself as well because you're going to see things that I don't. I'll see things that you don't. And at the end of the day, I'm talking about different stocks and saying what I'm doing. You need to be able to spot these out and make your own educated decision. So let me give you another example of what happened today. Okay, so Workhorse, this stock has been all over YouTube for the longest time, and I actually swung this stock a couple times, made some money, and they were supposed to be a lock for the USPS contract. And people on YouTube were saying buy workhorse, and people were just piling into it just because someone else was telling them to. And what they didn't realize was it was down to this company and another company of who was going to get the contract. Well, guess what? The other company got it. And what happened? Workhorse went from $42 and went all the way down to $14 or $15. Okay. Again, can you imagine being the person who bought at $42? And put several $1,000s in. Okay, first of all, you would have known that you're very extremely overextended and you're probably due for a pullback. So I would have maybe waited to see what would have happened. But you got to keep up with the news and understand exactly what's going on in that particular stock. Okay, one more example: Nikola Motors, when they first came out and said they were going public, shot up from you know uh, $10 and hit $35 and shot up all the way to $97. And then, you know, people were still piling into the stock thinking it's going to keep going, it's going to keep going. Well, no, it's not because look how overextended it is. Look how overvalued it is. Okay. It's common sense. What goes up is going to come down. And eventually just got beat down all the way down to the teens because we found out there was a lot of things wrong with the company. And, you just got to be careful with these hype plays. Really investigate your company, understand what you're investing in, understand what you're holding. And that way you feel comfortable when it takes a dip. You're like, oh, okay, it's a market correction. Let me buy more, as opposed to I'm buying this and, just because everybody's telling me to. That's not a good thing ever. So anyway, guys, please watch the videos that are going to pop up at the end of this video here on the screen. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.